Sometimes when I'm bored, I watch all these old debates on YouTube. Now, some of them are really entertaining, but also some of them are really annoying, especially those where Jordan Peterson is involved. Now, of course, there's a massive difference between philosophical debate and a normal debate. The biggest difference is the time issue. With a normal debate, that is normally limited to about an hour or two. So the people involved with the debate, they have a short space of time to put the point across. In a philosophical debate, time is really not an issue. But let's just give you an example. Say, for argument's sake, the question is what is better, capitalism or socialism? In a philosophical debate, uh, it really starts with only one philosopher that takes up this particular question. And that philosopher will normally do it by way of writing an article or by perhaps writing a book about the topic. But the philosopher himself obviously has lots of time to do deep research into the topic. We'll go into the history, he'll go to full details of the pros and cons of the different systems. Now, the the aim of this particular philosopher is to get to the bottom of it, to find the best arguments and to see, okay, which system will be the best. So the aim is to find the truth about this particular question, and also uh, the philosopher himself must start from a neutral point of view. The philosopher must not be biased, must not already be in favor of the one or the other system. So, a philosophical debate is very much about intellectual honesty. Um, the normal debate, it's a bit different. Now, the normal debate already you have uh, people being put into camps. This person will say capitalism is the best, and this person will say that socialism is the best. So already they are biased. And as I say, they have a limited time to put across their message. But the way that they will also do it is not through rational argument, because that in that way you're not going to win the debate. The truth of the matter is that with normal debate, the aim is not to find the truth, but rather to entertain and to find now the winner of the debate. And how do you find the winner of a debate? It's not by deciding who made the best arguments. That unfortunately is not the case. The situation is that the uh, uh, the winner is normally decided by the audience, and the audience are normally impressed more with a person being confident, eloquent, charming, humorous, and not because a person has the best arguments. So, rational argument is less important in a normal debate than in a philosophical debate. Now, here I just want to come back to Jordan Peterson. Now, what annoys me a lot about Jordan Peterson is the fact that he has the habit on a regular basis, uh, when he debates, to quote from philosophy, and he will come up with random quotes in philosophy and then follow that up with an argument. And more often than not, the argument itself uh, is in contrast to the philosopher and what the philosopher stands for, that he has now quoted from. Or he would quote from philosophy and then follow that up with an argument that can really be described as bizarre and unphilosophical. So that bothers me, that he misuse and abuse philosophy in this way, and I've often wondered, why is it doing this? Is it because he doesn't understand philosophy so clearly, or is it because he's just intellectually dishonest? Is that why he's trying to mislead the audience? Now, I think I want to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that perhaps it's not that he's intentionally trying to mislead the audience. I think he's doing it because he's a sophist. Now, what is a sophist? Um, 2,500 years ago, there was a school in Athens that basically started as a reaction against philosophy. And what they argued was basically that, hey, you don't need philosophy and science to be successful. What you need is come to us, come to our school, and we will teach you how to use language as a tool to impress people. We will teach you how to be eloquent, and in that way, you will impress people, and in that way, you will be successful. Now, definitely, I think that is the case. Most people, uh, they are suckers for eloquence without really listening to the merits of the argument. The word sophisticated, as far as I know, comes from the name the sophists from Athens time 2,500 years ago. But just to prove to you that I'm not now trying to mislead you, let me just read to you what my Collins English Dictionary has to say about it. It says here, sophist, a fallacious reasoner, a quibbler, a specious argument, and then sophisticate. It says here, make artificial, spoil, falsify, corrupt. Sophisticated person is described in this dictionary as having refined or cultured tastes, habits, worldly wise, or superficially clever. Superficially clever. And that, I think, is what Jordan Peterson is doing when he quotes from philosophy. I think he's trying to impress the audience that he's now worldly wise and that he's clever, uh, artificially clever, I would say, that he's a sophisticated person. And that, I think, is the reason why he is quoting philosophy out of context and in ways that doesn't support his argument. So I want to give him the benefit of the doubt in that regard. But it really annoys me when he abuses philosophy in that way. But to be honest, what annoys me most is when people actually fall for his nonsense. And it just goes to show that people who are ill-informed and ignorant and uneducated, they just fall for eloquence every time. And you can have the best arguments, they not interested. And I would say that in my view is why he's so absolutely popular at the moment.